Hello, everybody! Welcome to Cyan doesn't have to multitask today, so she can actually respond to everybody. Yay! Cause I know I've been playing different games and stuff and trying to multitask in it. I ain't the best at it, so that's the reason I'm not a gamer. I'm not a gamer streamer like that no more. There's a reason I spend most of my time just talking, because I can't do both very well. Alright, if I'm playing a game and trying to talk, chances are I'm gonna play the game bad and I'm gonna talk bad. And my speech ain't gonna be speeching. I ain't gonna be talking very good. But then again, on a daily basis, I don't talk very good either, so I guess it's just a lose-lose if I do anything. Maybe I should just not stream anymore. But hi guys. Hi Tank Storm, hi Coda. Hi Taxi, hi Chaku, hi Ace, hi Panda, hi Ismet, hi Ice Toon, hi Levios, hi Rise of Army, hi. Where's that everybody? Midi, hi Doggo, hi everyone. Affordable water, hello. Oh, hi Paige. Paige is here and Lizzie's here. Hello, that's everybody. Has everyone been properly hide? Hello? Has anyone been properly hide? Don't you dare stop, please. Hey, what if I stop streaming right now? Today my last day. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Welcome to Puppy Academy, friend. What are you gonna do? I don't plan on stopping streaming for a long time. I always said, guys, the only thing that would cause me to graduate as a VTuber would be if I had a kid. Because I would to actually, take care of my kid and not be in the background making YouTube videos while my kid's having a stroke in the background, like crying, having a mental breakdown. I'm just like, little Johnny, it doesn't matter, little Johnny, I'll get to you after my 3-hour stream. I'd be okay. Welcome to Puppy Academy and Taxi. That is the only scenario in which I would go in when I would graduate. I'm trying to get this content creation career to go somewhere. Listen, I'm still tired. I don't know how to speak today either. So I guess it's not the game. I guess I can't blame it on playing the game. Do we have homework today? Yes. Today, your homework is to draw a picture of Cyan. Today, your homework is to draw a picture of Cyan. You have to turn in by the end of class. Alright, that is your assignment. Huh? Coach Haru said he will be the one to grade it. He will be the grader of drawing Cyan. That is your project for today. I'm so nervous for my road test because my driver's ed is nearly over, so I'm getting 6 more driving lessons. Oh. Coach Haru, should this person be nervous about their driver test? Oh, you know help. You said depends on where you live. I can't help you because I didn't take a driver's test. Fun fact. Hey Clit. Hey Kills. Sorry, I can't speak. I didn't take a driver's test. I instead got my license during COVID. I was a COVID driver, and during COVID, because you can't social distance in a car, they just didn't do that. They just didn't do that. I didn't even take like the little written, well, they used to call it a written test, but it's on the computer, right? I didn't even take a little computer test for it either. I literally walked in, paid for my license, and then left. That's all I did. Part of it was because I was over the age of 18 when I got my license. I got my license at like 20 or something. Because I'm over the age of 18, the only requirements during COVID time for me was that I had kept a driver's log of when I drove and for how long. And that was it. So I turned in my driver's log and they were like, okay, here you go, here's a license. And I was like, thanks. There are some things I've never done before. I have never done a 3-point turn. I have only ever U-turned twice. And I've only ever been on the interstate a total of 3 times. I do not know how to back up into a parking space. I can only pull forward. I only park on my left side. I never park on my right side. I never turn right to enter a parking spot because there's a lot of things I haven't learned how to do. I just never learned how to do. I didn't take a driver's class. My dad just drove me in circles in a parking lot for ages. And then when we finally went on the road, when he was teaching me how to drive, when we went on the road, he only had me do right turns. He said left turns would be too scary for me, and they're harder sometimes. So he said right turns. So for like weeks, we drove in a square. Like we turn right, and then turn right, and then turn right, and then turn right, and then go right back into the parking lot we started. And that's how I learned how to drive. So then after I got my license, I was actually very, very stressed out about it. Because since there was a lot of things I still hadn't done, when it was time for me to practice driving, when it was finally time for me to be on my own and drive somewhere, I was just stressed as I don't know what, man. I was like, oh my God, I have to turn left. Oh no, I have to park next to other cars. It was so bad. It was, but I'm better. I'm a better driver now. I would like to think I can. I mean, there's a lot of things I still don't like to do, but I know I could do if I needed to. You know, I've never done a 6-point turn. I've never done a 3-point turn, but if I needed to do one, I'm pretty sure I could do it. I've only U-turned twice, but again, I'm pretty sure if I need to U-turn, I could do it. It's not that difficult. Yeah, that's the story of how I walked in and bought my license and then walked right back out. It was that simple. It was that simple. I sucked at spatial awareness. Spatial awareness when driving just like comes from doing it. Like the more that you drive, the better you understand how wide your car is and how long your car is. I drive a very long car. Okay, my car is very long. It doesn't fit in some parking spaces. It's longer than some parking spaces. It's longer than the parking spaces at my job. Like either the front is sticking over out into the street, or the back of my car is sticking over the parking lot, over the line, right? It took me probably maybe 5 or 6 months of driving before I felt confident in like how wide my car is. So like being able to squeeze through, oh, I can squeeze through that, you know, these 2 different cars on the side of the road. Oh, I can fit through this little spot over here. It took me I would say about 6 months before I felt confident enough to do that. It took a long time. You learn from Mario Kart. I don't know if Mario Kart can help you with driving or video games. Why is a 3-point turn so important? It's not. I mean, you don't have to do it. That's why I've never done it before. But it's usually, at least around here, it's one of the things they test people for, from what I heard. I heard that they test you on if you can do a 3-point turn or not, which I mean, at the time, I probably would have. At the time, I'm gonna be honest, I would have failed my driver's license. My driver's license test. Because I hadn't done a lot, right? I had only right turn. I could hardly park by the time I had gotten my actual license. But you know what? I'm a good driver now. I haven't hit anybody, and I've been driving for 4 years. I think this year would be my 4th year. When I first started working, I felt really awkward because when I was filling out information for my job, they asked me on the application how long I had been driving for. And at the time, when I first was a TA years ago, I had to put 0. It said, how many years have you been driving for? I put 0, and I felt so awkward about that. I was like, why are they asking a teacher anyways how long I've been driving for? It's not like I can transport it's not like I can transport students or drive a bus. That's not legal. So I'm changing my name to Ghost Flame YouTube, but I'm keeping my profile picture for now as a baseline. But in the future, when I get the equipment, I'll consider being a VTuber. Okay, that sounds good. That sounds good. Also, hi Ramon. You gotta get ready for work. Okay, have fun. You go steal a car because it was in the game. No, see, if I played GTA, it wouldn't be a nice playthrough. I would just be kind to everybody. All right. I wouldn't be stealing people's cars or beating people up. Nah, I'ma walk in, I'm gonna abide by all the road laws, you know. I'm gonna be an outstanding, gentle lady. Also, hi, Corey. I really love this stream. It's so wholesome and calming and not aggressive. Are any of my streams ever aggressive? Well, yeah. I guess my streams are aggressive if I play party games or racing games. Any games where I have to compete, I could actually get kind of aggressive. Not like aggressive mean, like I'm not gonna call anybody names. But I will start yelling like, no! Why? Things like that into like the microphone. I've done that a lot. Especially my Kirby stream. Oh my gosh, the time I streamed Kirby, bro, I was in there raging. I was like, how dare you? Why would you do that? He took my ride. No! It's so bad. Cyan is like Kirby. She makes everything better. Pollo? Ah? Ah? Pollo? That me? I was in the store the other day. I was at the mall. And they were selling, they had like, there's like this video game like store in there. And they have a bunch of cool different, like characters and stuff that they like sell different like, I guess you could say merch items of the characters. And one section they had in that store was cookbooks from different characters. It was character themed cookbooks. Like they had a Sonic cookbook of like just random recipes that quote unquote Sonic would eat, which of course on the front it had like a chili dog recipe because that's all he ate. I think there was like a Legends of Zelda one that was on that show, and it was so interesting. I felt like they were missing out though. I really feel like they were missing out because they didn't have a Stardew Valley cookbook. Y'all know there's a Stardew Valley cookbook, right? It was making its rounds a few months ago where everybody was talking about it, and it was so it looks fun. You know, I'm not very good at cooking, but I don't think I would mind buying a silly little gimmicky cookbook. I think it'd be funny. I think it'd be really funny and really silly. They also had little figurines, and one of the bigger figurines they had of Kirby was they had Carby. You know how in the new Kirby in the Forgotten Lands you can turn into a car? They had Carby in there. Carby. It's so silly. It's literally so silly. It's to the point where I considered buying it. I think Carby looks so dumb, but he's so silly at the same time that I was like, man, if only it wasn't $40, I would have gotten it. Maybe for like 20 max, but it was $40, and I was like, it's not big enough to be $40, all right? For a $40 Kirby figure, gotta be like the size of a gigantic stuffed animal or something. So, or an amiibo. I do have the Kirby amiibos. Those are $50 each, and I have 2 of them, so. I'm the tallest one in my driver's ed's car, and the only male besides the instructor, and we drive in what looks like a sports car, but it isn't. So when I enter, I have to pump my seat down and push the seat back, and after my turn, and when one of my female peers enter, they essentially sink down to the bottom. I feel bad. And I have to sit in the middle of the back when one of my peers had to look behind them and duck down and let... What? I wouldn't feel bad for that. You can't help that you're tall, and you can't help that the car that you're driving in is like microscopic, you know? You can't help that. Just know that when you get your own car, you're probably in like a van or something, yeah? If you're super tall. You'd be super, super tall. Or you could have one of those sports cars. You know, I've seen people... You know those cars that don't have the big hood over the head? I've seen people who had sports cars like that with no hood over the head, and they drove like the tall people were in there, so you can see like, their head like poking out. It's so silly. Oh, like you're kind of competitive. That's what it is. Yeah, I'm a little bit competitive. I'm not a lot competitive though. I'm only like, I would say. Maybe 40% competitive on competitive games. It depends on the game. It really does. Some competitive games I just can't really get into, and other competitive games I'm like, it really depends. I used to play Rocket League years ago. I had to quit Rocket League though because people were making me feel bad. People were making me feel bad. The only thing I can't do about competitive games is I cannot handle like trash talk. So if I'm playing a competitive game in a lobby and like the voice chat and everyone's just being mean, I will leave and I will be really upset. Which is why most of the time if I play online games, I turn off the ability to see chat and the ability to hear voice chat, so I don't have to hear people fussing at me. I used to play Rocket League and I had so many instances where people were like so angry at me and they were like, man, you need to leave, and I was like, oh no, I'm sorry. I think my last time I played Rocket League was when I had joined a little tournament, because you get prizes for tournaments even if you don't make it far. So I had joined just a random team with the tournament. Kochari was on that team and we had one other random teammate, and I was doing so bad that game. I was supposedly the goalie because I saw everyone else was going for the ball and they were super aggressive. So I just stayed in the goal and I tried to be the goalie. But I did such a bad job at like being a goalie that I kept missing the ball when it would come my way. So I never scored on us. No, I didn't score on my own team, but I did keep missing, so much so that the person on our team was so livid and he was like begging me to leave. He's like, leave, you don't need to be here, leave. And I was so upset that I closed the game and I haven't played Rocket League since. And that was like 6 years ago. That was it. I don't play truly competitive. Now I play casual, like lobbies online, if I play quote-unquote competitive games. I do want to get into competitive Pokemon. That is something I find interesting a lot. And I go through phases where I'm like, man, I really need to learn how to play competitive Pokemon. And then I start learning it and then I fall off of it and I stop touching it for a while. And then I go back to it and I'm like, man, I need to learn competitive Pokemon. I start trying again. Then I fall off of it. Now that I'm playing Cobblemon, I'm back in my I need to learn how to play competitive again mode. So that's what's going on. Hey Brain, how are you? Yeah, Shadow, I just ignore, you know? I just close my eyes. I pretend like I ain't see nothing. How to play League properly in game? Number 1, turn comments off. Yeah. I wouldn't play League personally. So number 1 would just be don't play League. Like, that's it. When do you first play Rocket League? Like in season? I don't know. I first played Rocket League like early college. Like that was like 2019? 2020 was when I first tried it. I couldn't tell you which like season or anything. I just remember that one stupid song would play every single time I booted it up. Maybe I could find the name of the song and that'll help give you an idea as to what era of Rocket League that was. How to improve your quality of life? Number 1, do not play League. Exactly. I have a friend who keeps constantly trying to get me to play League, man. Every time I talk to him, he's like, are you finally going to play League with me? Are you going to play League with me now? How about now? Are you going to play League with me? Huh? And I'm like, no, I'm not going to play League with you. Because I'm League's cooler than a League player. Because that game's lame. It's lame. That's it. I'd rather play Actually, I wouldn't rather play any competitive game, to be honest. I really just don't be playing competitive games these days. I used to play Overwatch. Overwatch was fun. I used to stream. I streamed Overwatch a few times 2 years ago. Then I stopped playing it. But I also stopped streaming games too. So that also, me not streaming games has just made me not play games as often anymore. So it is what it is. But to be fair, when I constantly was streaming games and I wasn't doing just chatting, I had the opposite problem. Where I was playing too many games to the point where I was getting so bored and tired of playing games, and every stream having to decide what game am I going to play, when half the time I didn't really want to play a game anymore. I just wanted to exist. And now I have the opposite problem where I feel like I talk so much and I want to game sometime, but at the same time I know if I game, like, people don't really like it as much when I play games because I'm bad at multitasking. So either way, it's kind of a lose-lose. the 22 seasons later, I played and got bored. Yeah, that's valid. That's valid. Remember the winner? I remember winning a tournament in season 2. I know the only game I know the seasons that I played on was Fortnite, and I remember playing season 3 of like the original Fortnite. Like they reset the seasons for Fortnite, like they start the numbers over, but like the first set of like season 3, that's when I started playing Fortnite, and I haven't touched it since then. That's the only one I know. Oh, the streak grows and consumes. You have 45 stream streak. It's insane. Hi Fang, how are you? At least now you know how I feel when I stream games. Yeah, I did. I used to stream games for probably about 3.5 years. I only started being a just chatting streamer last year. After I was super burnt out and I went on a long hiatus, I didn't know what to do. Hi, Tyre! I didn't know what to do because I was like super burnt out and I was tired of playing games and I was tired of like being fixated on this and that and this and that. And I'd been like a 3-week hiatus and I came back and I said, you know what? I'm gonna just talk every stream and I'm gonna stream a lot more infrequently. That was back when I was streaming 4 times a week. That was too much for me. So now I try to stream 2, sometimes 3 times a week, and then spend the rest of that time video editing. At some point I realized I kind of prefer doing offline content more than I do online content. These days I kind of feel like I spend more of my time, like I feel like streaming is just my catalyst for video editing. Like I have to stream so I can get clips and stuff out there so I can do some video editing and like making little short stories and stuff. Like I feel like streaming is just my catalyst for editing videos instead of streaming being my entire like purpose and thing I do, you know? Teach, am I allowed to go pop into another stream before I come back? Of course you can. Of course. Go say hi to them for me. Say hi to them. Hi, Virus. Hi, Tired. I'm tired. Oh, I'm sorry you're tired. I'm usually tired. I'm not too tired right now, though. I'm kind of I'm wide awake, you know? But I'm kind of hungry, and Kotaru made a very big breakfast this morning. And I can't eat it because I'm streaming and I don't like to eat and stream at the same time. I'm sure you guys would absolutely love chewing ASMR, but I don't, so I don't. There you go. Let me take my glasses off. The Fortnite seasons became a mess a long time ago. Yeah, Fortnite's a completely different game anyways. I mean, Fortnite is nothing like the current, like nothing like how it used to be. Every time I see a clip from Fortnite, I'm like, dang, that's Fortnite? I don't even recognize the game sometimes. That's how different it is. You know, it's funny because I married Kotaru like a week and a half ago, but me and Kotaru, we used to play like games after school online sometimes in high school, and I remember we played a few rounds of we played a few rounds of Fortnite. I only played like 3 or 4 rounds with him, and then I never touched the game ever again. We also used to play like Mario Kart with me, him, and then one of our friends, and we would play Smash Bros as well. We didn't do it a lot in high school, but we did play quite a few times. I only joined Fortnite to get the Power Rangers, and now I only play if my friends want to. See, that's the thing about playing games and having like one specific goal. Because then once you achieve that goal, you're like, man, why am I playing anymore? And that's how I always felt about Minecraft. Like, why Minecraft? I feel like that's why Minecraft is so strongly one of those games where like you're like hooked on it for like a week or two and then you don't pick it up ever again. Because most of the time when people play Minecraft, they have one specific goal. Oh, I want to beat the Nether Dragon, which I've never beat the dragon, by the way. I've never beat the game. I have never beat the Minecraft game. Yeah, I forgot what it was called. The Ender Dragon. You can tell I haven't beat the game. Stop laughing at me. It's not funny. Stop laughing at me. It's not funny. Yeah, I've never beat the Ender Dragon because, I don't know. The game kind of scary to me. I find fighting mobs to be scary and such. But, you know, most people have one goal when they play Minecraft. They're like, I'm going to beat the Ender Dragon. Or, I'm going to build myself a pretty pink palace. And then you build that. And then you're like, okay, now what? And then you put the game down. Or you beat the dragon and you're like, okay, now what? And then you put the game down. So I'm currently in that phase. Hopefully it lasts longer this time because I'm playing on a Cobblemon server, so there's a lot more you can do. It takes the fun of like the Pokemon, building a good team grind, and combines it with like Minecraft, which is building and stuff. So I like that. I do. So I'm sorry I'm late. I was cleaning my room for once. That's illegal. You're late to class. That's minus 10. That's minus 10 points on your next test. Yeah. Yeah, every time you're late to class, I'm taking 10 points off of your test. My friend was in the top 200 in the world, but he stopped because it changed so much. Yeah, that's valid. I suppose like Fortnite just isn't the same game anymore. So I guess if you like the original Fortnite, you might not like the most recent one. So on my old account, I played the original first season of Fortnite. Into it, I lost my account to hackers, and this was till chapter 3. Then I started again, played a few times after the event and dropped it. I still play it, but it's bad for the collaboration and money grabbing. That's true, it is a lot of money grabbing, isn't it? You gotta pay for all these different skins and stuff. But I'm sure they make it bank. They make it bank. Minecraft, I still own the Minecraft PS4 edition on disc, and I can go back in time to the arena stuff. I have Minecraft on Xbox One and the Xbox 360. I was always a console player for Minecraft. I only started playing PC Minecraft when I became a VTuber. So like within that last 4 years that I get like PC Minecraft. Because beforehand, I didn't really have a reason to play on the PC. And my laptop back then was really, really trashy. So it couldn't run any game. It couldn't run Minecraft. It couldn't run anything. The only thing that game could run would be a 2D game. Like, it could run Terraria. But even Terraria ran at such a low frame rate. That game ran so poorly, man. So poorly. Hi, Cardi. Hello. Adumingo, okay. I just play Fortnite because of Miku. I'm thinking Miku, ooh, way yo. I'm thinking Miku, ooh, way yo. Hi, Neon. No, I'm thinking Cyan today. I'm thinking Cyan, ooh, way yo. I'm thinking Cyan, ooh, way yo. I'm thinking Cyan, ooh, way yo. Thinking Cyan, oh we need a song cover. You know, I actually did write the lyrics to a Cyan version of that cover, and then I rebranded, so the words aren't really valid anymore. So I would have to rewrite that. Like the lyrics are all about me marching along and playing. I just want to play along with you, you know, and stuff like that. And then I rebranded away from marching band. I don't know. Maybe it's I just want to teach you stuff. I don't know. I'd have to work on that. I can't make Cyan song today. No, it's okay. I can make Cyan song. It's okay. It's okay. I'm going to Scasado because I'm eepy sleepy. Okay, go to sleepy eepy if you're so eepy sleepy. Good night. Oh yasumi nasai. Good night. How did you become a VTuber like Claire? The chat? And then because okay. How did I become a VTuber? How did I become a VTuber? I saw Hololive EN's branch, like first ever branch debut with like Gargura and Ame and Ina and Kiara and Mori, and I thought they were cool and I thought it was fun. So I did some research and I found out that Vroid you could make free 3D models, which is still true to this day. You can still make free 3D models with Vroid and they look a lot better than they used to. Vroid models used to look really terrible. They used to look really ugly. Like you would have a little abomination model, but that's all we had because we didn't have, you know, a lot of people didn't have the money to be spending on VTubing like that, and it wasn't a popular thing, so it wasn't really worth it to most people to spend money on VTubing like that. And I made an ugly little Vroid model, and then I found out I couldn't run Vroid very well because I had a crappy laptop. So I took a screenshot of that image and I just became a PNG tuber with a screenshot model of my 3D model, and that's how I became a VTuber. It was really bad. I mean, when I first started streaming, I didn't really have income. I mean, I was still a college student. I started streaming during COVID time, so I definitely wasn't getting a job then. And when I wanted to get a job and I was ready to get one, my parents were like, no, you're not getting a job. There's sick people out there and you're not getting sick. So like when I first became a VTuber, I had no money. That's why I had to do the free Vroid. And then when I finally got some money for my birthday, I immediately bought a PNG tuber model by Meow School Milk. Meow School Milk made my first ever PNG tuber model. Back then it was I bought it for 50. I think she charges like 3 times as much now. I think her PNG tuber models are like 150 now, but at the time it was 50. You know prices go up over time. So how are you today? I'm okay. I'm a little eepy, but I'm also energetic. I'm super energetic today. My first model was on Vroid like 5 years ago. See? The Vroid to like live 2D or PNG tuber pipeline is real. But it's a good starting point. That's why. Like, it's a really good starting point. Can I ask a classic question? I wasn't able to ask this a few days ago. But what everybody New Year's goal? My New Year's goal... Well, most of my goals are content creation related. I feel like I already achieved most of my personal goals. My life goals, like... I don't know, I got married already. I moved in. I'm living with Kotaru. I got married. That's pretty much all the goals I had previously. So now I don't really have a goal there. So most of my goals are content creation related. I want to be YouTube partner. That's what I want. My goal is to get partnered on YouTube and to get my YouTube poppin', all right? I spent a long time getting my Twitch to be poppin', and I like where my Twitch is now. I think we're in a good place, a good standing. I have a decent amount of people show up to every stream, and you guys are lovely, and I love you guys, and you're so kind. I want that for YouTube too. So I want my YouTube to be like my Twitch, where every time I go live, I know I'm gonna have people watching, and we're gonna have a fun time. And then I have YouTube partners, so I can be monetized there. Then I can be dual monetized. That's what I want. I want YouTube partner. I do. I also want. So I guess my goal is to become YouTube partner, but also to put out more YouTube videos. And anyone who follows me on YouTube has probably noticed I've been posting a lot more clips and stuff to my YouTube. I want more long form videos. I guess my goal is to consistently produce long form videos and to become YouTube partner. That is my 2 goals. I want to find content I like to make, but at the same time, since my VTubing stuff is mostly like live streaming, the most of the content I'm just gonna have to make are gonna have to be clips or like short, or like really short stories and stuff. I don't know. I don't think I have the attention span enough to make content that is like super nerdy. Like I really like. I'm a Sonic nerd. And you know what? I would love to do random Sonic deep dives, but I don't think I have the attention span to sit down and learn all the ins and outs of Sonic, so I can make a silly little like deep dive, you know. And so I thought about deep dives, and I was like, no, I don't think I have the attention span to do a deep dive. I thought about I've been editing highlight videos, so like condensing like a 3-hour stream into like a 10 to 20 minute video. That's not very good for me either, because I don't have the I just don't have the attention span to edit. I'm be real. I don't have the attention span to edit. I keep trying. I can do it. It's going to take me a long time, and I kind of hate doing it. I like editing short videos like within 5 minutes. I don't like editing anything longer than that, which sucks because YouTube is everything longer, right? You have to make longer stuff. I wanted to make story videos, but we'll see how those go. I did one story video where I fully edited it and spent like an entire day on it, and like it didn't do too well. And then I did ASMR a few times. Those also didn't do too well. So I genuinely don't know. I genuinely don't know what I want. I don't know what I want for my YouTube. I'm still figuring out what kind of videos. You say something educational. Yes, I am teacher themed, but at the same time, I teach all day long. I don't know if I want to come home and do more teaching. That and also education requires a lot of research to make sure everything's right. I don't like researching. I don't want to research. I just want to go in and yap. I guess I'm just a yapper. I'm gonna start just my next experiment would just be more stories. I'm gonna take the shorts that I made about different topics. For example, I made a short about like I can't play Pokemon growing up because my mom's religious. I want to take like the short stories I've already made in short format and then talk about them more and make them long form. I think that's what I'll start there. That's what I was thinking about like yesterday. So, because I have a lot more to say. Trying to condense like a whole story into a like less than 1 minute like super quick thing is hard. So I kind of want to go back and take those and just make them like 4, 5, 6 minutes. 3 minutes if it's a short story, you know. So Cyan, what do you teach? I teach kindergarten. I'm a kindergarten teacher. I'm a kindergarten teacher. I teach every subject. Some people ask me what subject. I teach every subject. Because remember, in kindergarten, you were with the same teacher all day long, right? You don't start switching classes until you get older grades. So in kindergarten, I teach every subject. I teach these kids math, science, social studies, reading, writing. I teach it all. I teach it all. I teach it all. I want to become a VTuber, but I have 1 sub. Well, I mean, we all start at like 0, so you just gotta keep working at it. We literally all start at 0. When I started streaming in 2021, I started at 0. I had nobody following me on Twitch, and I did my first few streams, and I got a few followers here and there, and you just keep going from there. You just keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, and someone will find you eventually, you know? You keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. I'll leave a worthy successor. Carve your own path. Don't let any legal stuff get in your way. I'm happy I'm able to talk to you and able to watch your streams every day. Oh, you're so kind. Got you famous so I can hire an editor. That's what I want to do. Like, genuinely speaking, the reason I want YouTube to go well, right, is because I was learning, like listening to a lot of other people talk about like income when it comes to streaming. You don't really make that much money from Twitch, right? Because Twitch only pays you based on how many people want to donate to you and want to subscribe to you. But not a lot of people have money, and definitely a lot of people don't have money they're willing to give to some random girl who just talks a lot, right? And which is valid, right? So on Twitch, you don't make that much money, but on YouTube themselves gives out money and stuff. And I've been doing a lot of research into that. I listened to Voice Critical. He made a whole video about it. He was sharing how much money he made from both platforms, and he makes a ton of money. Remember, Voice Critical is like huge. And he was showing how like on Twitch, he did 1 stream. And on Twitch, he had made like a couple of like thousands, and on Twitch, and then his YouTube like made like 10 times more than that. And I was like, that's insane. That is insane. I really am just hoping that I can make money off of streaming so I can put it back into streaming. Like if I could get an editor, if my like YouTube and Twitch income could pay for an editor, then I could put out more content, right? Like I feel like it's like it's a circle, you know. You grow and you get more money, so you can put all that money back into growing, and then you grow some more, and then you get some more money, and then you can do more things. I want to do more things. I want a 3D model. I want full body tracking. I want an editor. There's so many things I want, but I gotta work for it. You know, I gotta work to get there. There's so many things I want. Anyways, I started talking about this because I was talking about my goals for this year. My goal is to be a YouTube partner and to put out more long form videos. That is the goal for this year. And hopefully it goes somewhere. Previously I had like specific follower goals. I don't think I want a follower goal for this year. I think this year I just want to focus on making good content, yeah. Instead of like, oh, I need to make get X amount of followers. Because last year my goal was What was my goal last year? I think my goal for last year was like 1.5k or something. And then I ended up at like a 3k instead by the end. So I don't know. I don't know. Hi, Pim. How are you? How are you? I completed mine yesterday, but I think it got lost in chat because of the Minecraft stream. Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead, Kevin. What do you want your free redeem to be? Go ahead. What do you want your free redeem to be? I'll give it to you. Do you hate the 6-7 meme? I do. Mostly because the students don't stop saying it. Like, I be minding my own business and the kids go 6-7. I'm like, oh. I think the worst thing... Sure, s'mores. I think the worst thing is that these kids are... You have to count, right? I teach in kindergarten. We're learning how to count. These kids have to count. And the worst part about it is that 6 and 7 are right next to each other when counting. So we'll be like, okay guys, let's practice counting. And they'll be like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's what drives me insane the most. Or we'll do like basic math. I'll be like 6 plus 1, and then they'll figure out it and they'll figure out the answer is 7. And they're like, oh, 6, 7. That's what bothers me. I don't care if like it happens under normal circumstances. They just mind their own business and they think it's hilarious. It drives me insane when we're just trying to do basic math and it comes out like that. Like, I don't want to count and hear 6, 7 every single time we're counting to 10. But that's what this generation has turned into, and I hate it. I hate it. I'm fine giving the circumstances. Yeah, it really depends on the circumstances. It really depends. Hi, Sandcat. How are you? How do you support Pups Academy? Also, the tail wag is cute. And your eyes. Oh my gosh, you think I'm cute? Thank you. Sorry, that sounded weird. I like... Ah, never mind. Whatever happened to people using fidget spinners and bottle flipping trend? That died ages ago. I think I'm trying to think of an equivalent trend like that in this day and age, but I can't think of one. I genuinely... Kids don't be flipping nothing. There aren't. Now, I will say, instead of fidget spinners, a lot of kids now have those little what do you call them? Poppet toys? I've been calling them poppets. I don't know if that's what they're actually called. I just made a name for it. The poppets were like, it's a little square, and then you push in you push in the little bubbles, and then you flip it over and you push them back out, and it goes pop, 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 pop. I call those poppets. I don't know if that's the name for it or not. That's what a lot of the kids these days enjoy. They like the poppets. They do. We have to change the natural numerical orders. The only way, I mean, we have to. 7 gotta come first. It's gotta be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 6. Cause 7, 6 don't sound right. So that's what we gotta do. That's what we gotta do. But yeah, poppets are what kids like tend to use. I've noticed. I miss the old memes. You know, people talk trash about like the memes that like Gen Alpha and stuff are getting into, but at the same time, the stuff that I've seen people laugh at is literally the dumbest things ever. Like, people were like, ah man, Skibidi Toilet is so stupid and so cringe, and I'm like, do y'all remember the stuff that y'all were laughing at? I ain't gonna forget. I think this dumbest meme, the one that I hate the most, that came with my generation, is that stupid one that's like Bogo's Bintas, and then it shows a little like alien. What is that? That's not a meme. That's just random nothing. Yeah, it's just random nothing, and people love it. Yeah, we're like upset when Gen Alpha does something stupid. Bro, that one made no sense. How our memes made no sense? They were dumb. They were dumb. There were some better ones though. There were some funny ones like the P-E to the T-T-Y. I remember that one. That was fun. You gonna start doing 7 in binary? Yeah, we could do that. Yeah, 21 meme. Yeah, I've said that before. I think 6-7 is our version, is their version of like, what's 9 plus 10, 21? I mean, it's the same. We used, anytime the number 21 came up, like in class when I was in middle school, it was 9 plus 10, 21. Like, it's the same thing. They hear the number 21 and then they go off about it. The same thing. Same thing. You guys remember the Peel the Avocado song? No, I don't think I know that one. I don't think I know that one. I don't know the Peel the Avocado song. I don't know the Peel the Avocado song. I know Muffin Time. That was a funny one. There's It's Raining Tacos from out of the sky. Tacos. No need to ask why. And then there was there's a taco song. When the duck walked up to the lemonade stand, he said to the man, run in the stands. Hey, womp womp womp. You got any grapes? Womp 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 womp. Do you know that the new alphabet song? There are a lot of new alphabet songs. There are a lot of new alphabet songs. So it really depends. Oh, good night. Good night. There are a lot. The song that we sing in my class is not... I don't think we've ever sang A, B, C, D, E, F, G. We don't really do that anymore. We just pick a song on YouTube and we kind of play it. And we play and we try to find a song that the kids like the most, because every class is different. So I try to look for, like, are the kids engaged in this song? Yeah? Then we'll keep it. No? Then we're switching to a different song. So I don't know. It's hard to tell. The song that my kids like that was alphabet is like A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, and Z. That's our alphabet song that my kids learn. We do not learn A, B, C, D. I'm sorry, we don't do that. We don't do that in school like that no more. we don't do that no more. A large part of it was that people were kind of upset that, yeah, LMNO, P was like one letter. And as a result, they started like looking for other songs to play. Because kids will straight up tell you, like, they would be like, what letter is this? And they'll go, LMNO. What letter is this? You'll see an L. Oh, it's LMNO. No, that literally was happening with kids. That's why they wanted to change them. There's this one song. Well, that's not. There's one song that's similar to that, like, normal alphabet song, but it had like a little rap part in the beginning. It's like do 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 do. Bro, my kids love that one. The alphabet is filled with consonant and vowels. We write them, we read them. Each letter makes a sound. When I spell my ABCs, you go all the way to Z. Hey, full boss. Thanks for the raid. Bro, we singing the alphabet, all the different versions. And the one that my kids listen to have a funny little rap at the beginning. It's so funny. What were you doing, Full Blossom? I hope you had a good stream. It's like A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Like, that one doesn't really have like a sing to it. It's more like it's an alphabet rap, you know what I mean? He killed your voice? How? How did he kill your voice? What did he do? What did he do? Battle Cry, ABCs. I mean, the kids love it. And then I like that one because it's a super long video. And then the second half of it is like, okay, now we're going to say the song. It's like, b. And the kids love that part. I don't know. They like it. And they be doing like little dance motions for every like letter and sound. Because we teach like motions for every letter and sound. So when they get to that song, they can put them all together and do the little dance. It's so cute. I love it. Vulva's too stubborn to change? To change what? Let me do a grandpa voice for 40 minutes? 40 minutes? How do you put on a grandpa voice for 40 minutes? Are you okay? Are you okay? Are you good? Genuinely speaking? I would not be good after that. I hope you're good. Go rest your voice for at least 10 hours to relax. Does it bounce to the ceiling? Does it wobble on the floor? Can you tie it in a knot? Can you tie it in a bow? Does your chain hang low? Does it wobble to the flow? Does it shine in the light? Is it platinum? Is it gold? Can you throw across the shoulder when you're hot? Wanna make you cold? Does your chain hang low? Is that a different version of what that song is? That's what it sounds like. Does it wobble to the... Do your chain hang low? Does it wobble to the flow? Does it shine in the light? Is it platinum? Is it gold? Can you throw it across your shoulder when your hot will make you cold? Does your chain hang low? Oh, I used to love that one. It sounds like a variation of that song. I used to love that one. Sing the numbers for your students. Do we have a number song? I'm trying to think. We haven't done like numbers in a little bit because we've been doing like word problems and stuff. I'm trying to think. Do we? Hey cat. Do we have a number song? We did have a number song. I just can't remember. I'm just struggling to remember how it went. We use super simple songs for numbers and stuff. Oh, I remember. It's the songs that we sing is less of a song and more like a call and response. It's like 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7, 8, 8, 9, and 10, 9 and 10. Can you count? From 1 to 10? I can count from 1 to 10. And that's how it goes. And then it switches at the end and it goes, can you count from 10 to 1? You'll go, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 10. That's how I teach counting 1 to 10. That's the song we use. So once you get to like 20, the song changes, and counting to 100 songs aren't really songs. They're more like move and count. We're gonna do jumping jacks while we count to 10. Okay, now we're gonna do push-ups while we count to 20. Oh, now we're gonna spin around when we count to 30, you know. I can count to 1, 2, 10. Yeah, very nice, you know. Very, very nice. Probably that song, but never know what the song is called. I'm assuming it, bro, do your chain hang low? It's probably called chain. Do your chain hang low? I wonder if YouTube stream is gonna get copyrighted because I'm singing in it. You know, that's happened before. Where it's like a song, just me singing it, and YouTube is like, oh no, oh no, you can't have that. Oh no, hey gaming, your chain doesn't hang low. Oh dang, truth or dare? Truth. I don't do dares. I ain't never done a dare in my entire life. I'm gonna be honest. Anytime someone's ever said truth or dare, I've literally always picked truth. I'm too scared. I'm always too scared to do a dare. Cause people's dares be like crazy. You never know what they gonna say. They gonna be like, man, I dare you to do a face reveal. And I'm like, what? Like, that's what's gonna happen. That's what's gonna happen. Anyways, y'all. There's going to be an ad break starting in about 15 seconds. During that time, I'm going to put on the be right back screen and honestly start munching because Kotaro brought me food and I haven't had a chance to eat it. So it'll be a 3-minute ad break because that's how Twitch works. So I'm sorry if you're on YouTube, but you gotta get the be right backs with us. We're all going be right backs, okay? Anyways, y'all, be right back. I'll see you in 3 minutes. Sí. Muy bien. ¿Y tú? It was good. Was good. Hey, Demon Do. What it do? What it do, Demon Do? Guys, I had a plan for the stream, by the way. I'm not crazy. I promise I'm not stalling. I wanted us to finish our little questions. Remember the questions we were answering last time? Last time I did just chatting, I found a document with like 280 questions. We got to like 40 questions in last time. So I was like, maybe we could talk a bit and then we can finish the questions. You're seeing on both Twitch and YouTube? Yes. Thank you. I appreciate that. I appreciate you having both up. Thank you. Hello, gamers, though. Hello. Welcome back. Thank you. Last time it asked a bunch of riveting questions. And we got a lot of riveting answers and stories and stuff. And I thought it would be fun to keep going. Because, I don't know, these questions are fun for me, but they're also fun for everybody to think about. So, we shall finish where we left off at, which was question number... We did 45. We stopped at 46, okay? And number 46 says, do you have any conspiracy theories? If so, what are they? Do you have any conspiracy theories? If so, what are they? I don't think I have any conspiracy theories. I'm gonna be real. I'm not really a conspiracy... Oh, wait, actually? Actually, no, I can't. Some conspiracy theories you just can't be sharing with others. I was like, wait, I got one. Wait a second. I'm gonna keep that one to myself. Never mind. I'm okay. Some conspiracy theories you gotta keep to yourself and not like broadcast to a bunch of random people. I'm gonna have everyone thinking all the wrong things with me if I'm like super wrong. Miku, ueyo. How is your tail wagging? My tail wags when I smile. I'm happy. Technically, yes, but they're small ones. I think the only conspiracy theories I have, being a teacher and getting sick a lot, I've come up with my own theories about what works and what doesn't. I will say, I wouldn't call it a conspiracy theory though. They're more just like my own personal theories. They're more just like more personal theories. I guess you could call them conspiracies. What are they? You'll never know. You'll never know. I can't share them. I can't share them on stream. We'll skip that question. Number 47. What is the strangest thing you believe in? Do you believe in the supernatural, heaven, angels, ghosts, luck, fate, magic, mind reading? Where do you draw the line of belief and disbelief? I believe strongly in karma. That is something I am a strong believer of. I believe in karma so strongly. I like very strongly. I strongly believe that if you do good things will happen to you. If you do bad things will happen to you. We just gotta wait to see it. I am a strong believer in karma. It's part of the reason why I strive to be as nice as I can to people and as kind as I can to people, because I know that if I'm not nice and I'm not kind to people, people won't be nice, things won't be nice, and things won't be kind to me. I feel like I have good things happening because I do good things. And I feel like good people might not have good things happening to them right now, and that's okay, but they'll have good things later. Karma isn't like... I believe that karma isn't immediate. I believe it can happen later. So like you could be like a really good person but in a bad predicament, but later on in your life you'll get all your good karma and all the good things will happen. That is a big belief that I believe in. I strongly believe in karma. Strongly. I don't know if I met anyone else who strongly believes in karma as much as I do, but that's what I do. This is my pick for completing the check-in button. Oh yeah, sorry, you did ask for the compliment. That's right, I saw your message, but I was like in the middle of a story and I forgot. Kevin, I really appreciate you, and I think you're a really good interviewer. If anyone doesn't know, Kevin was interviewing me with his friend. I think her name was like Rose, like Lily Rose. And the other day, it was on Tuesday of this past week, and they were like co-interviewers, and he did such a good job with like the interviewing questions and like keeping things going, and I appreciate that. I think you're really good at what you do. I think you're really good at what you do. There are theories of strange happening, or a theory so strange that it could be considered more of a conspiracy than my actual facts. Yeah, I guess it's hard to tell what is considered a conspiracy theory and what's just like a theory. I genuinely don't know the difference between the two, to be honest. I try to translate your title to Japanese and my brain barked, Tomodachi ni naritai desu ka? And Google Translate said it was correct. Yeah. I was having so much fun with the Q&A that I didn't want it to end. I know, it was a short one too. That's because we did it so late. Hey Taco! Hey Taco! Hey Taco! But yeah, the strangest thing I believe in is karma. I don't know if it's a strange thing, but I think the extent that I believe in it is probably what makes it strange. Like, I am a strong believer of karma. A strong believer of karma. Like, very strongly. Like, you're not gonna get it back. You're not gonna get your karma back instantly today, but you gonna get it back like at some point. If you do bad things, that bad thing gonna come right back at you. It could be today, it could be next week, but it could be a year later. But it's gonna come right back. That's what I believe in. Science is a strong believer. Yeah, I'm a strong karma believer. Number 48. Which fictional character do you relate the most to? I don't know. I don't keep up with fictional characters anymore. I used to all the time. I guess... I don't know, actually. Which fictional character do you relate the most to? I'm trying to think, but like I said, I haven't watched like shows like that in a while. The most recent show I watched was Fiona and Cake, and I don't think I relate to any of those characters at all. At all. Why are you so cute? I don't know. Why are you so cute? How are you doing? I'm doing good, Penny. Ryuji Sakamoto. Ryuji, the one from Persona? Do you feel like you relate? Is that the Ryuji? There's a lot of Ryujis. Myself as an OC, yeah, I relate like to Cyan the most. You know, that's who I relate to. I relate to Cyan the most. Keeping it real. Okay, hey Fuzzy. Hey Gunner. Yeah, Persona 5 Ryuji. Okay. Ryuji would be like standing in public, guys, we're phantom thieves, as loud as he possibly can. And everyone's like, dude, it's supposed to be a secret. And he's like, what? But we're phantom thieves. And I'm like, oh, okay, well. How are you? I'm okay, friend. Toradora Ryuji? I don't like Toradora, so I don't remember who that character is. I watched Toradora a few episodes when I was in middle school, and I hated it. Hated it. I saw leaked footage of Cyan sleeping, and Kotaru... Can I post the link? It goes straight to the YouTube. Sure. Is head pat redeem on cooldown? Head pat redeem is just non-functional. I can never get that thing to function. I have to download a separate... What I need to do, I need to download a program called Mix It Up, is what I heard. I've been hearing from people that's what works well with like automatic redeems. I just haven't set it up yet. I'm very lazy. I set things up when I feel like it. And do I ever feel like setting things up? No. So a lot of stuff that is supposed to get set up just doesn't because I'm lazy. Because I'm lazy. Most stuff, if it's not like completely channel altering, if it's not going to destroy my VTubing career to have the thing in motion, it probably ain't gonna get fixed. Y'all might get a head pat redeem like 10 years from now. I had a head pat redeem. I had it set up and it worked for 2 streams and then it stopped working and I got too lazy to fix it. Oh, number 49. That's funny. What have you been meaning to do but haven't done yet? That I haven't made a head pat redeem like I was supposed to. I haven't there's a lot of stuff in my job that technically requires working at home to get done, but I don't like taking my work home, so it doesn't get done. For example, there's a lot of stuff I need to laminate to put on the walls to make it easier for my kids. There's some cards I need to print and laminate, haven't done it yet. I What else? There's a lot of stuff. There's some videos I've been meaning to edit, and write the script of, and I just haven't done it. Sometimes it's a time issue. Like I have a million things I want to do, and I end up just playing Minecraft instead. Sometimes it's a time issue. Sometimes it's a laziness issue. Who knows? It's been like that. I need to fix my motorcycle, but I've been too lazy to do it. It's been like 2 weeks. That's crazy. That's valid though. That's especially if it's something that you drive all the time. Do you have a Discord server? Yes, it's Nightbot came in right as you said that. Right there. You want to hang off stream? Join the Discord! Start a new hobby? What kind of hobby would you want to start? I don't think I want any new hobbies. I have too many as is. Like I have a job, so that takes up a lot of time. And then I want to come home. There's some shows I want to watch. There's some games I want to play. But I also really need to like get into content creation. So like, I need to edit my videos. I need to write scripts. I need to stream. I don't need any more hobbies. Now I'm making thumbnails. They look kind of ugly low key. I'm not really good at making thumbnails, but they exist. Like I got too many things I need to do. I need to do. Sally, I have to leave. Sorry about that. Oh, have fun. I hope you have a good day at work, okay? Bye-bye. What are your opinions about motorcycles? I think they look cool. I don't want Kotaru to have a motorcycle. Because I feel like they're not very safe. They look really cool and they're not very safe. You know, if you get in a car accident, at least you have like the car's outer shell to somewhat protect. Sometimes it can protect you, sometimes it'll cause more damage, but having a car's outer shell, I feel like it's important in the event like an accident occurs. Motorcycles do not have that outer shell, so if you like crash into something and you go flying, I don't want to risk it. So I think motorcycles are super cool. They look cool, they sound cool, but I told my man he can't get no motorcycle. I said I'm not safe. No motorcycle, not safe. Maybe hunting or judo or farming or traveling or learning the guitar. Yeah, I also wanna learn how to play the cello. I wanna learn Spanish. I also wanna learn Japanese. Like, there's a lot of things I want to do, but like most of my time just gets spent into content creation, to be honest. Maybe someday if I become a full-time VTuber, will I have more time for other hobbies? Because then those other hobbies could become content maybe. Alright guys, today's stream I'm learning to play the cello. Who's Kotaru? He is my husband. He's sitting right behind me. He's playing Expedition 33 right now. On the TV right next to me. He is my husband. Do you use Duolingo? No, I actually really do not like Duolingo. I never liked Duolingo because I don't like how the app functions. I find myself, so I used Duolingo for years. I was forced to because I took Spanish class growing up and we had a Duolingo account for my class, and you have to get to certain units by certain dates, and that was like our homework. Like your homework is get to this point in Duolingo. Your homework is get to that point in Duolingo. I think I found the method of Duolingo made it hard for me to pick up on speaking and listening skills like really bad. I found that through Duolingo, in my head, I would end up translating each word for word to make a sentence. Like I would be like, I want to sleep, and I'd be like, okay, I need to say the word I want to sleep, and in my head I would have to translate even like everything individually. I'd be like, okay, I want, that's a quiero, to sleep. That's dormir, quiero dormir. And it's so when it came to actually like formulating sentences on the spot, I became unable to do that. And I think it's the way that Duolingo is like set up, because a lot of the time it gives you a sentence and you have to like press the specific word that it goes with it and rearrange the word to match the sentence. And I think by doing that, it makes you see the sentence in Spanish and then look for the specific thing in English, and it was a whole thing. Also, I just don't like how it starts. I don't like the order in which it teaches stuff. It's like, I drink water, which is good. That's a good baby sentence. And then it starts being like, I drink beer. I have a glass of wine. And I'm like, Why? I don't understand why language learning apps don't start off with like colors, numbers, colors, letter sounds, basic household items. This is a pen. This is a pencil. That's my gripe with language learning apps. Start with the baby stuff, bro. Why are you teaching me how to say the word wine on my first ever lesson when I don't even know how to count to 10 yet? That's it. That's why I don't like it. It teaches the very basics, I guess. I think it breaks it down a bit more than like something like Rosetta Stone. I use Rosetta Stone as of right now. Rosetta Stone isn't really the best for like beginner. Rosetta Stone, I'd argue, is not very good at all for like if you never touched the language before, like trying to jump straight into it. But I do enjoy Rosetta Stone. I kind of like Rosetta Stone's method. It gives you flashcards of like pictures. It gives you a sentence and it gives you pictures, and that's its method of teaching you. And sometimes it has you like say the sentence, repeat the sentence, like say it in the microphone. Sometimes it has you finish the sentence by saying it in the microphone. I don't know. I kind of like Rosetta Stone. Okay. I don't like it for starting a new language. I tried it for Japanese because I don't know any Japanese, and I was like, oh my god, it's so hard. Has really good marketing. That's because they've been here for ages. Rosetta Stone has been around like since way before I was born. Like Rosetta Stone back in the day used to be like they would mail it to you. It was a mailing service. They would mail you books and stuff. And then eventually apps came into play, and they started making like app versions of their old materials. But that's how Rosetta Stone used to be. It used to be a big program that they would mail to you. A big kit of like language learning stuff. Yeah. So they'd mail you the actual tablets. That's true. What happens when your children stop listening to you? If I'm in a classroom and the kids stop listening to me, I don't know. Sometimes you just make them listen. If my students don't listen to me for whatever reason, you make them do it over and over again until they can get it right. So like if all the kids, I say line up and go get in line, we're going into our next class, and all the kids get up and they start like dancing, they start talking to each other and stuff. I go, up, sit back down. We're not going anywhere until we can get in line. Sit back down. And then you have them do it again, and you hold them hostage. We're not leaving this classroom until you all can sit down and be quiet and then get in line quietly. That's what you do if the kids stop listening. Can you randomly what? I don't know about that, Taco. I don't know. Can I be here? I'm 12 3/4. No, goodbye. Come back when you're not 12. All right. Then also go with YouTube. YouTube has a lot of good resources anyways, like good free resources for language learning in the first place. I like Rosetta Stone, but Rosetta Stone is terrible for beginning a language. So I prefer to like learn like the absolute like baby basics through YouTube. Like YouTube people teaching alphabets and letters and stuff and like basic phrases, and then jumping into Rosetta Stone. Once you have the basics down of a language, then you could do Rosetta. But like jumping straight into Rosetta with no prior knowledge is hard. You can do it. I mean, I've done it. It's really hard. It makes you think a lot. Strict teacher? I wouldn't say I'm strict. I'm one of the nicest teachers on the hall. But that's what you gotta do. My dad brought English with what? I don't know what that word means. And my mom said, no, I only speak Spanish. Crazy. Crazy. All right, y'all. We got so sidetracked. What's the next question though is? Let's say that regardless of what job you have, you'll make $100,000 a year. That $100,000 a year. That is enough to live comfortably without having to worry about expenses. What job would you choose to have if money were no object? So what job would you choose to have if no matter the job you'd make $100,000? You know what job I'd choose? I would be a VTuber. That's a job. Content creation is a job. I'd be a content creator. If content creation was giving me $100,000 a year, bro, y'all, I would be streaming every day. I'd be making videos like that all the time. 100K is honestly not that much where I live. Yeah, I mean, these questions were made quite a bit ago, so 100K is enough. I mean, in America, it's enough, I guess. I wouldn't say like it's a lot. I would say it's a lot, but it's enough. It's definitely enough. I think it's a good income to have, but it's not also the bestest either. They gotta jump that number up to like 200K. Then you could live as comfortably as you wanted to. It does depend on the currency. It really does. Depends on America. Depends on where you live. Yeah, it really does a lot. I'm here. Did I miss anything? Not really. I'm just going through the questions very slowly while we do other stuff. Ooh, number 51. What do you get the most compliments about? Well, what do you get the most compliments about can be broken into two categories. IRL related compliments and online related compliments. IRL, I don't get compliments like that anymore. When I was in high school, I used to get compliments a lot. When I was in high school, a lot of people would stop telling me I was like really pretty. Like, oh my gosh, you're really pretty. You're super pretty. You're super pretty. That's it. It was just, you are pretty. And
not getting compliments anymore is the incorrect answer. The answer is your hair.
My hair?
Yes, that is the answer.
Oh, you're right.
That is the answer.
Oh, Kotaru mentioned that my hair I get complimented on. I mean, I do. I get it kind of infrequently, but I do get compliments on my hair sometimes. You're right. You're right. It's pretty infrequently, so I forgot about it. I used to get compliments on my hair a lot more in like college. I did. But like when I was in high school, I used to get compliments a lot, like all the time. And then I got to college and I cut all my hair off when I was at college. Like I looked like a little boy. I had like really, really short hair for a long time. I completely stopped receiving compliments for like the entire year or two that my hair was really short like that. And then as my hair started to grow a bit more, then I started getting compliments solely on my hair. But there was a good 2 years after cutting my hair off that I just kind of felt bad because like I went from having compliments all the time to like silence. I went from having compliments all the time and having a bunch of guys ask me for my like phone number and stuff. And then I cut my hair and nobody wanted to talk to me anymore and I got no more compliments and I kind of felt bad. But then as my hair got like longer and started to like really grow and I didn't look like a little boy anymore, now I get compliments on my hair. Only my hair. I don't really get complimented on anything else. I think one time someone said, I like your shoes. Like this year. But now those same shoes has holes in them. Those shoes got holes in them really fast. So Kotaru's voice sounds super soothing. It is really soothing. He used to stream. He should stream again. What's your favorite Assassin's Creed game? The only game I ever stuck with and played all the way to the end was Assassin's Creed Black Flag on the Wii U. That is the only game I ever played all the way to the end. So that is the only game that I like. My voice is also very calm. Thanks! We're a calm having voice couple. Yeah. In Hawaii, it costs a lot. Crazy. The last compliment I got was 3 years ago. That's valid though. That's valid. I also feel like it depends on your gender because I've heard a lot that guys don't get compliments as like nowhere near as often as like women do. And so like when a guy does get a compliment, they like hold on to it and they savor it for like a long time. I've heard that. Is it true? That's true? Yeah, Kotaru says it's true. That's what I've heard from people. The sea shanties slap from that Creed's game. Yeah, the sea shanties were like the best part. Way hey and up she rises, way hey and up she rises, way hey and up she rises early in the morning, you know. It's almost 2 a.m. I go to sleep. Go to sleep, go to sleep. With my friend Dark Entity. Oh, they go. Go to sleep, go to sleep. Hydrate, I got you. No dehydrating here. Also, welcome to Puppy Academy, Carlos. I never said welcome. But yeah, online though, I do get compliments on my voice the most, which is the opposite of IRL. Like IRL, a lot of people talk trash about my voice. I said my voice, like, when I got to college, people kept telling me it was time to grow up. They're like, it's time for you to grow up, all right? You're still using that kiddie voice. You're still using that high-pitched voice that isn't becoming of an adult. You need to not talk like that. And then I started becoming a VTuber, and everybody was like, oh, wow, I like your voice. It sounds nice. So online, the biggest compliment I get is my voice. People tell me my voice sounds soft. They like it and such. But IRL, people do not like my voice at all. They do not like it. The game that I regret completing to 100 was Five Nights at Freddy's Sister Location. It was nearly impossible. It required perfect timing and luck and took me over 200 hours. It took you 200 hours? I've never 100% completed anything, but I've played games all the way to the end. That counts. I have a random question for Kotaro if he doesn't mind. Kotaro, I have a question for you.
I might be able to answer it.
He said he might be able to answer it. I don't know how well y'all can hear him. I can't remember compliments for long. My memory doesn't keep track. Mine does sometimes. Mine does sometimes. It does sometimes. Sorry, I'm playing with my ears. Mrs. Cyan, hello. Hi, doctor. How are you? Are you a real doctor? Do you do doctor things? But yeah, Kotaro might be able to answer your question. Or he might not. Let me see. Number 52. Have you ever had an epiphany? And what was it about? And what sparked the realization? I don't know. I think that's a hard question to ask because like epiphanies just happen one random moment and then you forget about it the next. I don't think I can actively recall an epiphany. Like they're usually like a quick thing, you know, that you're just like, oh, and then you move on with your life. So I don't think I can y'all answer that question? I don't think I can. I don't think I can. I feel like these questions got a lot harder than they were last time I streamed this. I'm sad and confused. No, I'm not a doctor. I'm the doctor, the Time Lord. Oh, okay. Oh, they asked, what do you really love about Cyan? Stop laughing. Answer the question. Yeah, they said, what do you really love about Cyan? Yeah. Put him on the spot, boys. He's gearing up.
What I love about Cyan is that she's always happy and her tail is always wagging.
Yeah, you heard the man. You heard the man. I'm always happy and my tail is always wagging. Now I'll never smile again. I'll make sure my tail never wags. I'll make sure it never wags ever again. Turn off what? Turn my tail off? I can't.
Take it off.
Take it off? I'm not wearing the tail as a part of me. I can't turn it off. Kotaro isn't like someone I know. Is that weird? I don't think I've ever heard anyone say that. But I mean, there's a lot of people out there, so I don't think it's that weird of a concept. I'm overwhelmed with excitement because I got a job working for a VTuber as a writer. Oh, you did? Very nice. What kind of stuff are you going to be writing? Like a script for like a video or something? Or are you just like, do they want like a story written and you're going to write that? Also, hi Aries. Interesting name you got there. And it wasn't the worst of the worst of Five Nights at Freddy too. I still refuse to touch it again, but I still have beef with Toy Bonnie. See, I don't know anything about Five Nights at Freddy, so I don't know anything about it. Cyan is funny, warm, and kind. She's beautiful, and her fashion is fabulous. Oh, thank you. You like my outfit? Sheesh. I'm glad you like my outfit. I didn't design it. Neon did, so I'm glad that somebody likes it. But yeah, I can't answer like half of these questions. Oh, but number 53 I can. It says, what is the most important quality you look for in a friend or a romantic partner? The most important quality. I think the most important quality for a friend or a partner, like Kotaro, would be like, are they caring or not? One of the things that like Kotaro did when we first started dating that had me head over heels for him was that he was just really caring, and I wasn't used to that because a lot of my friends that I had in the past just weren't. Like, it would be tiny things. Like, we were walking in the park one day, and then there's a bunch of deer ahead of us while we were walking, and he gets in front of me and he puts his arm out to stop me from walking, and he kind of keeps in front of me and uses me, like, it uses himself as a shield for the deer just in case they came that way. You know, I was like, oh my god, that was so nice. Or like, we were in the parking lot and we got out the car and then we started walking to like the store, and he put me on the other side of him because he said I can't be the one walking closest to the cars. He has to do that. And I was like, why? Why? It was like little stuff like that. We had both gotten longboards because I got them for free. They're my school store. We both got longboards. We were skating in the park on the longboards. I fell off my longboard. I fell, and he was a little further ahead of me. And I was like super upset because I thought he was going to start laughing at me and making fun of me. He didn't. He turned around with a very serious expression. He ran up to me and he helped pick me up and he said, "Are you okay?" And I was like, yeah. And I was like, what? And I thought about that for a long time. Like genuinely speaking, like the best quality, the biggest quality I looked for was just being kind and caring. Because I wasn't used to that. Literally, I mean, I've had like groups of friends, but they weren't like, most of my friends, anyone who's been here for a while and has listened to me talk about like my old friends and stuff, they were not good. I never had like a good, well, I won't say never. I think in college I had some decent friends, but before that, most of my friends were insane. They were mentally unstable. They were like making really, really terrible life choices and trying to get me to make terrible life choices with them. They would like, were pretty mean. Like something happened, I get laughed at instead of checking up on me. So when I first started like dating Kotaru, it was such an insane switch up. And I thought it was like the craziest thing ever. And I was just head over heels. Cause what do you mean he didn't laugh at me when I fell off my skateboard? You know, it's really tiny. And it's so simple. Yet I feel like not enough people like just do that, you know? Like are just kind like that. So that's a big one. That's a big one. Yep, you're doing YouTube and TikTok scripts. Both long form. Very nice indeed. I'm so single. That's okay. You go find somebody. I get entertained when it comes to other people's relationships. You go and find somebody. You go and get there. It's interesting because I've only ever really been, I mean, I've technically like dated people, but I wouldn't say we were in a relationship. One person I dated online for like 3 months, but it was an online relationship and we didn't really do much like at all. It was mostly like just texting. Like we hardly ever like called or like did anything in like a voice chat or anything, so I hardly consider that one to be a relationship. And then I dated this other guy for like 2 weeks and that was it. So I really consider Kotaru to be my first like actual like boyfriend, like date. Yeah. And I was like 22 when we started dating, so I didn't really have much like prior dating experience before. I think he has a similar story. Did you ever date anybody online? Yeah, he dated somebody online, I think, for like a short time too, and then that was it. And he didn't date any other person. So like we were technically, by technical terms, I like to say that we were like each other's like first, just because like they were both really short, like they were short-lived and we didn't really do much. So it's hard to call a relationship if you just kind of texted somebody and you didn't like FaceTime or like do like voice chat calls with them. You just texted them. Like I don't know if I consider that much shit. I don't know, man. You don't need to worry about deer. Then you need to worry about deer, moose, and moose. On the other hand, you need to be careful. Yeah, but deers can sometimes they kick you. You ain't gonna like. They can kick you now, and it ain't gonna be nice if you do. I got a drop due to putting the game down and download. Okay, have fun. Hi, Carly. I'm okay. I'm okay today. We need more respect. Someone said communication and honesty. Yeah, I think that's a good one too. Communication and honesty. Welcome to Puppy Academy. When we first started dating, my communication sucked. Communication was not something that came innately to me because I've always been like on the shyer side. So I've always been the type of person who doesn't want to make someone like upset. I don't want to make someone unhappy by saying something that they might not like. So when we first started dating, there would be something that he would do that I wouldn't like. And instead of saying anything about it when it happened, I would sit on it, let it fester. And then when he would go to sleep one night, I would send him a floor to ceiling paragraph. Like a week or two after the event happened, a floor to ceiling paragraph on why I was so mad about this one specific thing that happened 2 weeks ago. I'm sure Kotaru thought I was an insane person, but like I just wasn't good at communicating. I know better now. Now if something bothers me, I'll look him in the eye and I'm like, I didn't like that. I didn't like that. And I'll keep reiterating it the entire day until it gets resolved. I will now if something bothers me, I will mention it all day long until it gets a resolution. All day. That bothered me. That bothered me. That thing bothered me. That bothered me. That bothered me until we sit down and actually talk about it. But in the beginning, I would literally just wait a long time and send a long message about it later. Once the event happened, and he had usually forgotten that it even happened because it's such a small thing to him. Like, it'd be something real simple. Like, we'd be in a voice call, and he said, like, one specific sentence to me that I didn't like. And I would hold on to that sentence for, like, a week. And then a week later, I'm like, I can't believe you said this one thing to me. You don't love me. Yeah, it was bad. But I have learned how to communicate. That was one thing I had to learn. I also had to learn to not be clingy, because I used to be upset if he would go but so many like hours without messaging me. I'd be like, you don't love me anymore, you haven't messaged me for 3 hours, what's the matter? Yeah, that was my problem. I was the clingy, obsessive, overly obsessive girlfriend in the beginning. I'm not like that no more. I'm not. I had to learn to not be like that. It was because it was like my first like real relationship, and I didn't know what to do with myself. So that became a problem. I no problem anymore though. You learn, you live, you learn, you grow. I have insane charisma, but no drip. You know, I would say the same, but I don't know if I have a charisma. I think I'm pretty weird, but I think people like my kind of weird. Most people do. So I guess you could call that charisma. If people like your kind of weird, that's gotta be a type of charisma, right? People like my kind of weird. All right, let's see what the next question is. What is a childhood habit or preference that you'll never outgrow? Oh my gosh, guys, don't think I'm weird. Do not think I'm weird, please. But a childhood habit that I have, that I still do to this day, is I go up and down, well, not down, I go upstairs on all fours. I always go upstairs on all fours. That will never change. All right, if I'm in my own home, I'm not going upstairs like a normal human. All right, I'm going up the stairs on all four. I'm running as fast as I can. I don't know, it just feels right. Like it's an incline. Why would I not stabilize myself by using my hands to help like lift me up? Why would I not stabilize myself by using 2 hands and 2 feet? It's an incline. Why would I just use 2 feet? That doesn't make sense to me. Still doing that 13 years later? Okay, I'm not the only one. Okay, good night, Taco. Good night. Good. Don't think I'm weird, man. That was normal. I feel like that should happen. Pretty interesting things. I've been going up the stairs on all fours forever. And it's funny because sometimes I'm in public. When I'm in public, I have to remind myself, okay, Cyan, you are in public. You cannot go on up the stairs on all fours. You can't do that. Everyone's going to look at you. They're going to think you're crazy. They're going to think you're weird. There's been times where I started going up the stairs and I started putting my hands in position to go up on all like fours and then remember where I am and then put my hand back down and stop. I've done that too many times to count. Too many times to count. I know. Y'all used to do that too? Okay, I'm really glad I'm not the only one. I'm not the only one, man. I know kids do it, but I know that it's one of those things that people kind of outgrow sometimes, but I don't outgrow it. I don't think it's necessary to outgrow. So you'll never outgrow liking My Little Pony. That's valid. That's valid. Like cartoons and stuff. My dad, to this day, loves cartoons. He's like in his 60s now. And he loves cartoons with his soul. I'm talking Transformers. His biggest thing that he liked was Transformers for a long time. Transformers. Cartoons that get turned from movies to cartoons he liked. So he liked like the How to Train Your Dragon like show series. He loves the movies too. He loves cartoon movies too. We used to go to the movie theater all the time to watch little movies together. I think the only movie that both of us ever watched in the movie theater together and wanted to actually walk out of the movie theater because of how bad it was the Minions movie. That movie's terrible. That is the most god-awful, boring movie I ever had the mispleasure of sitting through. And we both genuinely wanted to walk out the movie theater that day. It was that bad. Like, we were ready to leave. Gravity Falls. Oh, that was another good one. That's a good one. Another weird thing I do. What's another thing? I watched the How to Train Your Dragon live action. It got released. Oh, how is that? That's out now? How is that? Saturday morning cartoons. Yeah, they're nice. They're nice. It's nice to watch cartoons sometimes, you know? Alright, let me see what the next question is. What is your favorite word and why? Favorite word? I don't know. Sometimes I say the word bubbles only because I saw a Reddit post a long time ago talking about how bubbles is a silly word because you can't really sound angry while saying the word bubbles. Like bubbles. You know, like no matter like how you say it, you're still gonna sound like a happy girl. So I've seen that, but I don't think I don't know if I have a favorite word. Nani? Because yes. I'm trying to think. Is there a word I say all the time for no reason? Is there a word I say all the time for no reason?
I'll figure one out.
Coach Haru said we'll figure one out. There's something. I do say a lot of I have a rotation of words I say all the time and phrases, so there's gotta be one. There's gotta be one. There's gotta be one. You should definitely see it. Okay, that's a good sign then. That the movie's good. Hello, March. Hello. I like your dancing cats. I can't really answer the next question. It says, which of your flaws are you most ashamed of? I ain't ashamed of nothing. Alright, I ain't ashamed of nothing. I have flaws. I own my flaws. Alright. I got problems. Everybody got problems. I know that. You guys know that. Everyone knows that. We all have problems. I ain't ashamed of them. I got problems I am not ashamed of. So I can't answer that question because I do not have a flaw that I am most ashamed of. Alright, that does not exist. That does not exist. Alright? Does not exist. I experience 0 levels of shame on a daily basis. So what is the most ordinary seeming thing that you find fascinating? Oh, what's ordinary that you find fascinating? The fact that vehicles exist are really fascinating to me. Like, what you mean? Like, people put together, like, these big old hunks of metal and other stuff and gas, and that thing just goes. What do you mean the gas is like going in a car? Doing little reactions in the car, and it makes the big old mechanical, like, shell go forward. What you mean that big old metal hunk of what I don't even know can fly in the sky. You know? Like, a lot of normal things don't make sense. Well, how am I even streaming? Like, what do you mean I can just press a button on this block of wires and it turns on this big old screen on my monitor and I can just go on the internet and search up a bunch of that stuff? Like, what do you mean? How does the internet even work? What? How does Wi-Fi work? How am I even streaming to you guys? Like, everything is interesting. Everything is interesting. There's so many, like, interesting things to me that don't make sense. Not only doesn't make sense, I also don't understand how someone could figure it out. How do you figure out that you can make the internet and broadcast and do all this stuff? Like, how do you discover that you can make Wi-Fi? How do you figure out that you could do that? You know? How do you figure out that you could call somebody on a phone, that I could just call somebody who's on the other side of the world and talk to them? How do you figure that out? You know? That's what... Huh? Yeah, but how do you figure it out?
No, I never figured it out.
That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying how do you do it. I'm saying how do people figure it out? Well, also, I don't know how it works, but also I really don't know how someone sat down and discovered that. Like, what? How? Should I give a big explanation about it? No. I'd rather it be a mystery forever. Otherwise, I'd Google it myself, but I don't like Googling things. I get bored. I'm gonna get bored if I actually know the reason. I like ignorance is bliss. I like not knowing the reason and going, wow, that's so cool. Oh my gosh, wow, that's so great. Wow, how does that work? Number 58. It says, what lesson have you had to learn again and again? Like, what have you had to learn over and over again? I don't know. Have you had to learn over and over and over again? Oh, I know, actually, I do. The thing I've had to learn over and over again is that everybody is not your friend. I'm such a friendly, outgoing person. I wear all of my emotions on my sleeve for everyone to see. I don't really hide anything. I don't really keep many things to myself. I just kind of tell you it like it is. I share pretty much anything and everything, and that has caused me to run into issues where I have had people try to use that against me, and I have had people that weren't very nice, but I chose to hang around them anyways because I like this person even though they weren't like a good person type of thing. That is the lesson I have to find myself learning over and over and over again. Because I'm the type of person like, yeah, we're friends. We spoke one time and I liked your personality, so now we're automatically friends. That's how I've always been, like, my whole life. And I run into problems about it over and over again. Most recently, it was with my job. When I got my first, like, real big girl job as a teacher 2 years ago. And I loved my coworkers on my kindergarten team. I was like, oh my gosh, my coworkers are so nice. They're so sweet. I love these people so much. And I'm gonna talk to you. I'm gonna talk to you. I was hanging out with everybody. I was hanging out in their room during lunchtime. During planning time, I'd be planning with other teachers and stuff because I liked my team so much. And then so much drama started to happen out of nowhere. Like, this was drama, that was drama. Oh, these two people don't like each other. Oh, Cyan, but you like everybody. Why don't you go tell this person that? And I started getting in trouble trying to help my coworkers resolve the issues amongst themselves. And they started fussing at me for it. And that's when I realized, I started looking at my job different too. I was like, man, I do not need to talk to these job people. And I do not need to pretend like we are friends. We are all just employed here in the same building. And after that first year of teaching, I stopped doing that. I stopped going to people's rooms during lunchtime. I stopped hanging out in people's rooms during, like, planning time and talking and working with them. I stopped talking and hanging around after school. Nah. Now I get in, I go to work, I talk if someone comes into my room, and then I get out. That's all I do. That's all I do now. Because my first year I was so friendly, but everyone else around me was not. They were beefing with each other hard, and they kept throwing me in the middle of all their problems. And it was a lot. It was a lot. I think I think the worst thing about my job is that, like, we're supposed to be adults and we're supposed to be working with kids, right? We're working with kids. We are the adults. But I've noticed that a lot of my coworkers act like teenagers. Like, we are having drama. Ever since I started working at a school, I've been experiencing drama that I only experienced in high school. Like, it is high school level of drama. And I'm, like, it's usually really, really small stuff. Like, oh, I want to do this with my class, but I'm not going to tell the other teachers because they might not like it. And then the other teachers find out and they're like, hey, why didn't you tell us about this idea you had? Because we wanted to do it too. I didn't think you would like it, so I did it without consulting you guys. And then now they're beefing because one teacher did an activity behind the other teacher's backs with their class. Like, it's a whole day. Or like someone having a problem with you, instead of telling you about it, they go straight to the principal. It just reminds me of like when you're like fussing with your sibling, and as soon as you say one thing they don't like, they're like, Mom, Cyan said blah blah blah. That's how my job functions, and it really bothers me so much. So much. It's so bad, like bafflingly bad. That I really had to learn just to not talk to these people more than I had to, because they will pull you into some random drama that does not make sense at all, like really minor, and they'll turn it into a major problem, really minor. It is really childish, super childish. Most of the problems I have at my job, super childish. And now that I don't talk to nobody, I don't be having no problems anymore. So ain't nobody can say nothing about you or say that you're doing this or you're doing that if you don't hang out with nobody. So simply put, I'd stay in my corner. Are the children more mature than the faculty? Yes. It's bad. It's really bad. I mean, the conflicts I've had, I'm trying to think, because there was a lot, but like this year it hasn't been as much because I've been in my own corner. I mean, small stuff. I was mad like a month or two ago because I was absent, right? I was sick. So I was home. I stayed home because I was sick. I had left sub plans there. I had told, and I had sent it off to who needed to have my sub plans so they can print it and give it to the sub, right? We have these special QR codes that these kids need to scan so they can get on like their special app on their iPad to do their work. Tell me why. So I didn't have separate cards made for them to take it outside the classroom because I wasn't really thinking of, I forgot to have a backup plan in the event that I was sick. So that was on me, right? That was my fault. I completely forgot. It had left my mind that I needed to have extras in the event that I am not feeling good. So the codes that I had in my classroom were just taped down to the desk. I didn't have physical codes that they could take out the class because the sub actually didn't show up that day. So my kids got dispersed. So they were sent to other teachers' classrooms, right? And they didn't have the special cards for the app on the iPad with them. So apparently the fact that there was not like physical codes that they could scan in the class bothered some of the teachers so much so that the person in charge went in my classroom and she ripped all the codes off the kids' desks and tables to pass out to the teachers who needed them. And you know what? That made me a little irritated, but I was like, okay, it's whatever. We'll just leave it there, right? We'll just leave it there. Fine. You know, there was an issue. That is a solution. It is a solution. So it bothered me a little bit, but I was like, you know what? It was a solution. It was my bad that I was missing the cards. But my question was like, why didn't they ask me, like consult me about any of this? They could have asked me and I could have emailed them a set of cards they could give to everybody, right? I have access to the cards. I could have emailed it to them. They could print it out. They could have put the kids on another app temporarily. There's more than one educational app and the other ones don't need codes, right? So they could have put them on a different educational app for that time frame. Like there was a lot of different methods and they didn't pick any of them. They just kind of went in my classroom and tore it off the table and then And then I get a nasty email from the principal like, how dare you not have extra codes printed out? And I'm like, all of this because I forgot to put a code on a card? I was like, I'm sorry. But I feel like if there is an issue, you go straight to the teacher and say, hey, by the way, you know, when I came back the next day, I should have said, hey, Cyan, by the way, make sure that you put codes on these cards because, you know, when you were absent, they didn't have any codes. And I would have been like, oh, sorry, my bad, and I would have fixed it, you know what I mean? But the fact that they like ripped it off, went straight to the principal to complain to her about it. The other teachers were really upset that I just didn't have this one code when like there are other apps on the iPad that the kids use. It was just weird. It was such a petty, like small petty thing. It's always the small things. Welcome to Puppy Academy, parent. That's how there's a thing in teaching. I had that in my job too. Yeah, it's something. It is something. I just that every time I'm absent at my job, there's usually something that gets blown out of proportion, and it's been consistently happening since I started teaching. Like, oh, one time I was absent and they were really mad because they couldn't find the math worksheets while I was gone that week. I had the flu, so I couldn't come for a whole week. I was really sick. I had a high fever for a long time. And I came back to a nasty email because they couldn't find the math worksheets that I had left behind. They were this mad about math worksheets, which, mind you, they were exactly where I said they were. I said, next to my desk, there is a purple tower filled with worksheets of different subjects. Look for the ones that are math. And then I get into the classroom when I come back and I'm not sick. And I tell the person who was so mad about it, I said, hey, I said they were here. Look, they're right here. And she was like, well, I couldn't find them. What you mean you couldn't find them? They were right to the next to the desk in the purple tower of papers. And there was a huge stack of math. It even said math on the side. And I got like a nasty email saying I needed to meet with like admin and stuff to get things situated because I left my team quote unquote scrambling. And I talked to my team when I got back and they were like, oh no, we were fine. We were just wondering, we had the worksheets but we couldn't find them, so we just gave them other stuff to do. And I was like, huh? It was so weird. So weird. Anyways, thanks for the raid, Shadow. Thanks for the raid. What were you doing, friend? What were you doing? I'm over here ranting about basic stuff. Like every time I've been sick at my job, something crazy happens every time. I remember a game that I played back in 5th grade called Prodigy. It was Peak. Oh, I don't know that game. I've never heard of that before. My name is pronounced Piero? Or you just call me Pi. By the way, Avatar is cute. Can I call you Pi? Okay, hi Pi. You're playing Spider-Man? Oh, that sounds fun. Hey, let me give you a shout out real quick. Boom. There you go. But yeah, I have been experiencing a lot of really tiny petty stuff at my job. So the lesson, this all comes back to the question, all right? This rant came as a result of a question, and the question was, what like lesson that I had to learn over and over again? Yeah, a lot of people aren't your friends. Is what I had to learn over and over again. And after I learned that at my job, I don't be talking to nobody. I don't talk to nobody like that no more. I mean, I still talk to like some people, like when they're like passing me or like when we're eating lunch in the same little area, I'll speak to them. But, like, I don't really go out of my way to talk to anybody anymore. Because the more I talk to people, the more like problems that seem to like spawn just from interacting to coworkers. So the moral of the story is, guys, don't talk to coworkers. Just kidding. I'm sure there's some jobs out there or like some environments where like maybe your coworkers are like super nice and stuff. But so far I'm learning that teaching ain't it. Because I was a teacher's assistant at a different school before I was a teacher at this school. And I would argue the TAs were worse. Like when I was a TA, it was bad. All they did was sit in a circle and gossip all day. They were gossiping about each other. They were gossiping about the student. They were talking bad about the student. I mean, they were sitting there in a circle just talking down. Man, this student's stupid. He don't know nothing. I was like, it was bad. And then I came to this school, and it's better, right? At my current school, we don't talk bad about students. I think that's insane to do, to sit in a circle and talk trash about kids. But they definitely talk trash about other coworkers. So, you know, it is what it is. At least it's an upgrade. Anyways, y'all, we're going away for our ad break. I'll be right back in 3 minutes, okay? Be right back in 3 minutes. Sorry, pandas, an ad time. It's better to talk about coworkers than talking bad about students. Yeah, it sure is. Hello. Yes, there's 2 shadows. Honestly, there's more than 2 shadows. I just don't think you've been around when the other shadow is here too. I think we have like 3 shadows now. That's your problem, pal? Ooh, fight back. Alright, guys, let's keep going. I finished my rant before the be right back screen. I don't need to rant anymore about my coworkers. Let me see. 59. What is the favorite thing about the place you grew up? Nothing. I don't know. I live in a big city. But it's too big to be having as much as nothing as it has. Like there's nothing to do. It's a big city with nothing to do. Like how do you have a city that has nothing in it? You know what I mean? Like I don't know. Did you redeem a compliment, Shadow? Or did you finish your card? I don't remember. Are you sure you didn't get your compliment? I feel like I complimented you like last stream. But you just, maybe you didn't hear it. You redeemed it today? Let me scroll down. Redeems. Are you sure? Are you sure you didn't imagine redeeming it? Oh, 2 hours ago? Oh, whoopsie. Yeah, you did redeem it 2 whole hours ago. Yeah. Oh. Aw, dang. Shadow, I appreciate you being here and a part of my community for as long as the time that you have been. I really appreciate it. It shows how much you care. And I think that's super sweet because you're super sweet, Shadow. You're a sweet Shadow, not a scary Shadow. Because shadows can be scary depending on what kind of shadow it is. You're a sweet Shadow, though, so you ain't gotta worry about that. You know, you ain't gotta worry about that. He redeemed Shadow. He redeemed compliment 2 whole hours ago. That's funny. Whoopsie, my bad. Haha. Whoopsie daisy. To be fair, you redeemed compliment when surrounded by like a bunch of check-ins. So like check-in, compliment, check-in, you know what I mean? To be fair. And they both start with the letter C. That's my excuse for missing it. I don't know what that means. 38K for what? You like the compliments? Yeah, most people do. I like giving compliments too. It makes people happy. And I want people to be happy. I don't want people to be sad. I want you guys to be as happy as you can be. But yeah, I don't have a favorite thing about the place I grow up in. There's nothing really here that is exclusive to this place that's like nice. I like some of the food places, but the food places aren't really exclusive to this place. They're everywhere. There's a scenic area that I like to go. There's like a little little river, tiny little river, and you can like sit on like the benches and just watch like ducks and stuff. I guess I like that little area. That place is nice. That's where Kotaru proposed at because it is my favorite area. So I guess you could say I like that little space. It's a little river, little water fountains. There's little ducks that swims in there. There's a bunch of like benches and stuff you can sit down. And it's next to like a really good like milkshake and ice cream place. So I guess I like that little area. Get yourself a nice little ice cream when it's like summertime, and then you go sit down on a little bench and watch the river and the fountains and stuff. Oh, that's nice. Yeah, that's real nice. I like that. Can you yap about what? I don't know what that is, Claw. What does that mean? It was peaceful where I could ride my 4-wheeler, but it was in the middle of nowhere. Oh. It's a hyper bike, which is extremely fast, and for the performance you can get 38K is a good deal. Oh, you gonna get it? You gonna get the speedy speed bike? You gonna get the speedy speed bike? You're gonna be zooming. You ain't gonna know what to do with yourself. You're gonna be going too fast. I'm skipping number 60 because it's asking what scientific or technological advances blow your mind, and I already talked about that when I talked about the ordinary seeming thing. I only talked about technology. Like, that's all I talked about. Well, actually, there's 2 questions in one. I'll answer the second one. Is there a technology that seems so futuristic and advanced that you're surprised it actually exists? Is there something so advanced that you're just like, man, that don't feel like it exists. It should exist. I don't. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I think quantum machines? What do quantum machines do? What are they? What are quantum machines? Honestly, I think AI is kind of surreal, like the more I think about it. And I think it's a little technologically insane, considering like people just started like doing basic, like what? The internet hasn't been around for that long. Google has, and like YouTube hasn't been around for that long. And then like a few like decades later, we have like fully like generative like AI stuff that can like generate scripts and can generate like images and stuff, and it's getting better really fast. Like the images and videos it is starting to generate are starting to look a lot more realistic and stuff. I think that's pretty insane for like considering the time frames of everything and how quickly everything is like growing. So wait, writing the explanation? Okay, it's gonna be a long explanation, I know. What about the ability to create black holes in a lab study of them? People, they do that. They can do that. I didn't know that was a thing. I also think about the things that like we have like insane technology and stuff going, like we got like these insane like computers, and we got AI facilities, and we got like nuclear stuff, and that's cool and all. But then we got some stuff that be feeling kind of like medieval and impractical. Like rakes. Like you rake your leaves. Like y'all ain't got like a y'all sure we ain't we got all this cool stuff, and we don't have like a leaf like sucker upper, you know, like instead of like raking leaves, you don't just like suck it up like a little thing and like bag it, you know what I mean? Or like we still got the stupid little brooms where the brooms constantly are dropping crumbs off of the broom itself when you're trying to sweep up, so there's always a little bit of crumbs left over in the broom, you know what I mean? Leaf blowers, see, that pushes it away. I'm talking about something that like sucks it up and puts it in a bag for you. Why do we have to blow the leaves away? Why can't we just suck it up and bag it? You know what I mean? Like, I feel like there's so many like really small things that I feel like we are weirdly behind on, or that we just weirdly don't have solutions for. I don't know. Quantum mechanics is a branch of physics that studies how very tiny particles like atoms, electrons, and photons behave in ways that are very different from everyday objects. At this small scale, energy and matter do not change smoothly, but in small fixed amounts called quanta, and particles can act both like tiny solid objects and like waves at the same time. Quantum mechanics also shows that we cannot know everything about a particle exactly at once. For example, the more precisely we know, the AI data centers are making the DDR5 RAM cost up to $2,000. Oh, I know, because I need new RAM. My RAM is broken. Y'all, were y'all at my stream yesterday? Y'all know how my stream ended? My computer got blue screened. And because it was so close to the end of stream, I didn't think it was worth it to reset everything up once I got out of the BIOS and was able to like put things back up. I was so close in the stream that I was like, okay, that's just how it is. I got blue screened. I need more RAM. It's because every single time I get a message that pops up from getting blue screen, which I get blue screen like once or twice a week. I mean, it's that, not once or twice, once every 1 to 2 weeks I get blue screen. It's always like memory related. It's always memory related. I need new RAM. I'm pretty sure my RAM is like just faulty or defective, but we live in a society, you know, so I ain't getting no more RAM. I'm just going to have to deal with my computer collapsing on me at random times. It's only a minor inconvenience. I mean, the computer turns back on, so as long as it turns back on, I don't really care too much. And as long as it doesn't collapse during an important thing. I was really scared when I had to host the RaMe winter concert because there was always a chance that my computer would have blue screen during that important event and like collapse. So I'm glad it didn't. I am glad it didn't, but I do think I might have a memory problem, and that's okay. We just gonna keep pushing, and I'm not buying a new one. It costs way too much. If it's VSOD ink weekly, that's concerning. I think it's my memory. I genuinely do. Every single time, every single error code has pointed towards memory something. Memory this, memory that. So it is what it is. I mean, I'm not buying new RAM. What do I look like, a millionaire? The gaming industry is always horrible. Yeah. Sometimes I turn my computer on and then it turns itself back off. Like I press that on button sometimes and it boots up, and then I watch it go black and I'm like, oh, that's nice. But then I do it the second time and it works fine. Sometimes I try to turn on my computer and it takes me straight to the BIOS and it says, something went wrong when trying to start your computer. Enter BIOS, yes. And there's no option, so you just have to go into BIOS. But sometimes if I go in the BIOS and then just press save and exit without changing anything, it works fine. So I don't know. We think it's RAM related. Harry else put a stick of 32 gigs of DDR5 RAM on a watch and sell it at 7K. You know, it's funny. I have really good RAM too. From my understanding, I do have DDR5 RAM, and I do have like 32 gigs of RAM in my PC. It's just faulty. I think it's just faulty. Like, genuinely speaking, I just don't think it's functioning like it should. Oh well. Oh well, I'm not buying no new one. It's just gonna keep crashing my computer if it needs to. Oh well. I first initially noticed that something was wrong when we first built the computer this summer, and I opened a game like Power World, which takes a lot of like memory to run, and the game was running really slow, and I was like, that's weird. Like the CPU was fine, the GPU was fine, nothing was maxing out, but it was running really slow, and I was like, that's weird. And then there was another game I tried to play, and the same thing happened. I was like, that's odd. This was before my computer was like randomly crashing. And then like weeks later, it started just crashing on me. Kotaru checked the settings of the RAM. At some point, it was running at like an unstable amount of RAM, so he lowered the number, and even with the lower number, it's still crashing a lot. So, oh no. No, I don't know what that is, Claw. I don't know if I should buy a new PC fully or if it's cheaper to just upgrade it since I'm running DDR3 RAM. Well, regardless of what you do, it's not going to be cheap because RAM prices are crazy. You're going to have to wait it out. You're going to have to see what they do with AI and whatnot. And if the RAM prices will ever go back down. Quantum mechanical principles to process information. Unlike normal computers, which use bits that can either be 0 or 1, quantum creators use qubits, which can be 0, 1, or both at the same time because of a property called superposition. They can also be linked using entanglement, meaning the state of one qubit is connected to another, even if they are far apart. Because of these features, quantum computers can solve certain problems like factoring large numbers. Interesting. Wait, you don't have to leave? Wait, why are you leaving? Why are you leaving? Anyways. Alright, let me go to the next question, guys. If you could ask your future self one thing, what would it be? Oh my gosh. If I could ask my future self one thing, it would be... I would ask them how our content creation is going. That would be what I asked them. I would ask them if did my YouTube like blow up and get better than my Twitch? Did we become a Twitch partner? Did we become a YouTube partner? Did we succeed in being a content creator? I'd ask them that question. And if the answer is nah, we quit streaming, I'd be like, dang, I guess I'll just get a head start and quit right now. I don't know. Hoping your week is wonderful. We had lots of fun. Thank you, Lamb. And welcome to Puppy Academy. My question would be, does RAM prices go down? Yeah. Or does AI take over the world? That'd be a good question to ask. I'd ask them, is the gaming industry failing in your time? dang. What would y'all do if they say yes? Like, yes, the gaming industry is failing. No, the RAM prices actually go up and only millionaires have RAM now. Like, what would you do? What would you do? Does GTA 6 release? Nah, it ain't gonna release. We gonna have jokes for the rest of our life. Oh, everyone's got flying cars now before we got GTA 6. Paintings on the wall can talk back and have AI integration and can talk to you as you walk by and react as you walk by them before GTA 6 came out, you know? The only AI that's acceptable is Neurosama. Yeah, I like Neurosama. She's pretty cool. She's pretty cool. Hi, March Around. Hello. Big yawn. What is something that gets more interesting the more you learn about? Oh, I know. Huh? What?
Someone bought your suitcase at a wedding registry.
Really? Oh, yeah. Guys, I just got free stuff. I'm so excited. Yes. Oh my gosh. No. Okay. Dang, what was I saying? What is something that gets more interesting the more you learn about it? Oh, I had the perfect answer and I forgot it. Oh, I remember. The brain. Your brain. The more you learn about psychology and how your brain like functions, I think the more interesting it gets. Like, it's such an insane concept that there's only one part of your body that's like controlling like everything, that's telling your body what to do. To the point where if that one part gets like injured, then like you lose your abilities, different abilities depending on which part of your brain gets hurt. Your brain also like dictates how you learn, like how quickly you learn, what you're learning, stuff like that. It stores memories, but it also can get rid of memories that it deems unuseful so that it can make room for more memories. When you go to sleep, your brain starts working in overtime to start storing memories and doing other stuff, so you get EP sleepy. And you start feeling really bad if you don't have enough time to sleep because your brain isn't getting that time to shut off and start doing its shutdown and restarting works. It's kind of cool. It's kind of cool, right? Bye, gaming. Okay, bye, friend. What about Miku and Teto? Are those technically AI? I mean, I guess I don't know how much I would consider them to be AI. Dinosaurs are cool to learn about. The more I learn about dinosaurs, the more I just wish, I'm just glad they're not still around. You know, that's about it. That's really about it. Life is full of mysteries. Yeah, they're Vocaloid. They're not AI. People call them like AI voices, but they're not like actual AI from my understanding. They're just like a program, to be honest. Anime. What is so interesting to learn more about? What is that? What does that mean? Number 63. I don't like number 63. I'm gonna do number 64. Oh, what is the hardest decision you've ever had to make? I don't know. I don't be decisioning very much. I don't be deciding big things. I don't think I've had to make big decisions yet. Like a big life-altering decision. Like, the closest thing to like a major life-altering decision was I decided to stay here and live with Kotaru instead of my initial plan, which was to go to the state over with my parents when they moved out. Like, my initial plan, I planned on when my parents moved out and they moved to their other state, I was going to move with them. But then me and Kotaru started dating, and then we got engaged, and so I stayed put. I mean, that's the biggest decision, but it was an obvious one. You know, I haven't had to make any like super hard decisions. Another hard decision was just what major I was going to do in like college, but like again, that wasn't like that crazy of a decision I had to make. So I don't know. I don't really have any like hard life-altering decisions yet. Yeah, now I'll come back in 10 years and try to ask that. I'll ask that question in 10 years and maybe I'll have some hard decisions then. But as of right now, I haven't had to make any crazy life choice decisions, you know. no branching, no major branching paths of like where you see the little text box that pop in the corner saying Cyan will remember this and you cannot return to this, you know, make your decision wisely because you cannot change your answer after you decided. You know, I've never had that moment like that, so I don't know. This wasn't the future I was promised. I was promised aliens living with humans, actually cat girls and cool powers. Yeah, we were also promised by this time people figured there'd be like flying cars already, which they are flying cars, but like people figured everybody would be driving flying cars instead of it just being like only a handful that a handful of companies own. It's another form of cosplay. I've never heard of that. Hey, Piggy. All right, next question. What word would your best friend use to describe you, your parents, your significant other? I think Kotaru would describe me as happy and smiley, because you said that earlier, and I'm probably happy-go-lucky and overactive. Overactive, easily overstimulated. Yeah. Yeah, that's it. That's what I would say. Autistic, that's the word they use. That's crazy. Crazy. Honestly, Kotaru might call me that too. We'll see. Hyper for me and autistic for you. Insane. If we can't drive on land, what makes you think that it would be safer? It wouldn't. I would not want anyone to drive in the air. Like, how do you even manage traffic rules if everyone's driving in the air? We're gonna have floating traffic signs, you know? A dummy for me? No, don't call yourself a dummy, Jay. That's illegal. Nice words. We're using nice words. I used positive words to describe me. I didn't use any negatives. Come on now. Come on now. Oh, number 66. For what would you most like to become famous? Like, what would you like to become famous for? I would like to become famous as a VTuber named Cyan, who makes cute and wholesome and family-friendly content, and she likes to talk about cool things, and sometimes she starts game series and people actually watch them. Yeah. Sometimes she plays games and people don't disappear as soon as she puts a game on the screen. Yeah. That's what I want to be known for. There are federal laws. Yeah, I am aware of like air traffic laws, but like when everybody is driving in the air, like with flying cars, there'd have to be different kinds of laws. There'd have to be like more intense driving laws and such, you know. But yes, I would love to be famous as a wholesome, comfy VTuber. You want to be known for gaming. Watching through all the One Piece? No! Why would you do that to yourself? That's so evil. Someone put me as energetic, kind. Some say it's debatable. And also laid back and also chill. Okay, well, those are good ones. Those are good, yeah. Good positives. Good positives. Good positives. Good positives. Number 67. How would you summarize your life so far in one sentence? How would you summarize your life in one sentence? Honestly, I'm gonna be honest. My sentence would be everything just works out. Would be my sentence. I've described my life as that before to people, that everything just works out. I've talked about this concept. I don't think I've ever talked about this concept on stream, but I've been extremely lucky and very fortunate with how things have gone. Like pretty much like anything I like set out to do, I have been able to do, or anything I kind of really wanted, I've been able to get for the most part. Like, oh, in schools, I really wanted good grades. So I got good grades. And I got to high school and I was stressing, oh, I need a full ride to college. And then I got a full ride to college. Oh, I really need to I want to be a teacher. Okay, so I start student teaching and I get really good grades in college, and oh, I gotta pass the exam to be a teacher though. I passed the exam on my first try. And I became a teacher, you know? I don't want to live alone though. I'm too scared to live alone and my parents are moving in. Guess what? My parents are moving away. Oh, conveniently, I start dating Kotaru around the time my parents are talking about leaving. And then by the time my parents left, Kotaru was able to move in the exact same day. So it worked out. Oh, I want to be a VTuber. I do. Oh, I became a VTuber. Turns out it's a really fun hobby and I like it. It worked out. Oh, I want to learn how to I don't want to, but I need to drive so I can get places. COVID hit. I was too scared to take a driver's test. Didn't have to. It was COVID times. They didn't do driver tests no more. It worked out. Like I like that. That's just, I've just been very, very lucky so far and very fortunate. I do feel like my luck might run out at some point, but so far I've been pretty good. Things have been going pretty good. So I'm gonna keep it there, and we gonna hope it stays there. Yeah, and we just gonna keep pushing. My next and it worked out event, I'm hoping, is becoming Twitch and YouTube partner. And then I could be like, and then it worked out there too. Alright. And I'll add that to the list of things that just work out, you know? Hello, Kitty Batootie with beautiful and comfy voice. Hi, Voodoo! Ah, everything is average chaos. A laugh can be a powerful thing. So why sometimes in life it's the only weapon we have. Very nice. Laughing and smiling is good. I don't even need to put how my life is in one sentence. It's only one word, and that word is tiring. That's valid. She has psychic energy powers from Warhammer. I don't know what that reference is. Surprise. Para. What does that word mean? What does that word mean? Is my mantra? What is that? What does that word mean? I don't know. Words that start with para don't never end well. Wait, I'm gonna Google it. What is that? Words that start with para doesn't work very well. Oh, okay. This is not what I thought that word meant. Interesting. Alright, next question, people! Oh my gosh. This question's morbid. I'm skipping it. That's a sad question. The next one. If seasons never change, which season would you like to live in eternally? Well, I will say it is quote-unquote winter right now, and it's been really warm because of global warming, I'm assuming, because it didn't used to always be this warm. So I'm just going to say winter, because now it's winter time, so all the bugs are gone. Yet it's kind of warm. Yesterday I grabbed a sweater to go outside, and I was hot, so I took the sweater off. It is winter, guys. It's winter, so I guess I would stay with winter forever. Actually, I don't know, because I don't like bugs, and so I like the winter time. I don't have to worry about bugs like invading my space or anything. But at the same time, I don't have cute winter outfits like I have like cute summer outfits. I can't really wear like a dress and a skirt during the winter time. Unless it's a warm winter like this year. I mean, this winter is really, really warm. I mean, it's been in the 60s and 70s consistently so far. There was like 2 weeks where it actually was cold and it got down to like 15, 16, 17 degrees. But that was like a week or two, and then after that it's gone back to being in the 60s and 70s. So I don't know. Surprise, prepare for war. Life is often full of hardships, but if you know that going into each day, it softens the blow and prepares you forever, tries to keep you down. That's true. That's true. My winter outfit is shorts, shoes, and sweater, bro. How are you wearing shorts if it's cold outside? What is the purpose of the sweater then? Huh? What's the purpose of the sweater? At that point, just wear a t-shirt, some shorts. I do. I have been buying knitted like sweater dresses though, so I can get that cute little style in during the winter. But I actually wore it when it was cold outside, and I was like, wow, knitted sweater dresses kind of sucks for keeping me warm. The sweater dress itself is really warm. It's a dress, so like your legs are still like out. And I was wearing like leggings, but leggings aren't very thick. So you wouldn't need to wear like a sweater dress and then some thick pants under it. And then you look stupid. Then the outfit's gone, you know? So who knows? Alright, last question. Last question. Actually, the question is, what is the best advice you've ever received? But I'm 100% certain that this question already was answered last time I did this. So I'm gonna change it. Number 71. We'll do number 71 as last one. You have 1 year to live. How do you spend it? You have 1 year to live. How do you spend it? Oh my gosh. If I had 1 year to live, Pinky, you're so late. If I had 1 year to live, I would literally spend it indulging in sweets. Okay, I would eat as much sweets as I can every single day. I would eat all the sweets. I would say that I would buy a bunch of things with all my money, but me and Kotaru have combined finances now, so if I'm buying stuff with all the money, then he won't have any left, so I can't really do that anymore. I'll just say I'll buy a bunch of sweets. I will probably quit my job. No, actually no. We have combined finances. He'll need the money. Oh man, that's complicated. We're combining finances. Dang. Anything I choose to do financial related would be kind of selfish. Would be kind of selfish now that we combined finances like last week. I was gonna say okay, let's pretend like I didn't have a joint like account with Kotaru and that we weren't like sharing money, okay? Let's pretend like we weren't sharing money. If we weren't sharing money, I would quit my job. I'd go full into VTubing. I'd buy as many snacks and sweets as I want. That's pretty much it. I would buy as many snacks and sweets as I want. And then I spend the rest of my money building up like as big of a VTuber stuff as I can. I'd use all of my savings and put it all into VTubing. Everything. I'd buy me a full 3D model. I would have like the most coolest like animated and like cool stuff. I would use all of my money for VTubing and sweets. And that's how I would spend my last year if I didn't have combined finances. Right now I share money. So I would just eat sweets and play games. That's it. I mean, you'd buy the Kawasaki Ninja H2R and drive it around like I have a respawn button with no regret. That's true. That's true. You could do that. You wouldn't have to worry about anything at that point. True. Maybe I'd be less anxious too, because I'd be like, oh, well, it's gonna happen anyway, so I might as well. So you can grab your mother's leg like, and you're gonna cry. That, I mean, that's true as well. Like if someone told you had like 1 year, you would probably, you might become a mental, you might have a mental breakdown, might become a little wreck. That's valid. That's a valid option. I'd probably be, I mean, I feel like at some point you'd probably be a wreck for like a short period, for like a week or so, but then at some point you probably end up coming to terms with it. At least hopefully you would come to terms with it, so that like when it's time for you to actually go, you'd be like at peace, you know? You would find a cure for it. You could do that. You could spend like the last year just like on a big search to solve the issue, so that you can extend it to past more than 1 year. That's a good answer. Huh?
Xenoblade 3.
Oh yeah, like Xenoblade. Alright guys, that's the last question for today. For today, it's time to end stream. The Walking Dead. I guess there are a lot of like series for that, like the concept. That's a concept. They're like, all right, we gotta make sure we stay alive as much as we can. As much as we can, boys. As much as we can. All right, let's find somebody to raid, silly guys. You silly guys. There's a lot of people live. Autumn is live right now. I don't think I've ever rated Autumn. No, that's not true. I rated her like 1 time. We've only been like live at the same time like once or twice. I gotta make sure she's not ending. Okay, she's not. Alright, let's start the raid. Yami, if you want. I was going to raid Yami, but I raid my members first of RaMe. And then if nobody in RaMe is live, then I raid other people. Gotta help my crew out, you know? Anyways, like I say at the end of all of my streams, sayonara. And I hope you have a good day. I hope to see you next stream. I'll try to put out a stream schedule again like I did this week. But it's probably gonna be go back to normal of like Tuesdays just chatting, Fridays game, and then Saturdays just chatting again. But there will probably be a RaMe collab happening this upcoming week too. So I might have to adjust my schedule after we get the date set up and everything. But you know. Anyways, goodbye guys. Goodbye. I hope you had a good time. Goodbye.